what we did is to create a process flow of all the customer journey. From when the customer arrives to the shopper, in our case, arrives on the. So just to make a step back, our customer is the e-commerce and marketplace, and we need to focus also on their customers, so the shopper. Okay, so what we do is to help the shopper to guide him to the right product and to solve his problem during the purchase or after the purchase. And then for the e-commerce, we extract the precious information behind the conversation to show who is your shopper, where is connecting from, who is the question they're asking, what they're looking for, what you are not selling yet, so you can have more strategic insights on him.
No, actually, we that's completely the core of the solution. But obviously, if you think about why when you shop online, you can have different possibilities. Mainly, you have the huge marketplace with tons of different products that kind of sell you everything. For example, Amazon. Amazon tries to sell you everything with a recommendation, with a push notification, and also they added something that is in the field in what we are working that they call Rufus. I don't know if you had the possibility to try it. It's in the Amazon Shop app. And if you see in this kind of marketplace, what's the need from the marketplace is to try to sell the most possible and try to combine different products together. So try to go in large volumes. And this is not about telling story. This is about selling, only selling. If you go in other kind of our possible customers for us, you have another need from the e-commerce. You have maybe more niche platform with not so many products, but with, for example, high prices or a really good quality of the material, a story about sustainability. And what's important for the companies to communicate this value. Because if you want to shop, for example, clothes that are sustainable or food that is remade from the, for the trash or something very specific, you need to communicate this value. And sometimes you need someone to communicate this value for you. And this is where we come in this case. So not about selling, but telling really in the way that the brand want to communicate their value, explaining the product, not only finding. The finding is the base part of the solution. So we try to find you in a few seconds, 1-2 seconds, the best product. But the point is that we need to communicate the value behind the product. And this is the other value really important for the platforms. But obviously at the same time, the data extraction is really fundamental, because when you want to shop in some website, I don't know, you go in Amazon, you go in Zalando, or you go wherever you want, you try to scroll the product and you find something and you add to cart. But if you leave the website, you lose all the information, because why he left the website, why he was looking at the t-shirt and he left. But in our case, while we are talking with us, with our solution, we ask you the information. You give us your answers, your ideas, what you want. And if you leave, we know what you were searching before. So we know and we can understand the reason why you left. Maybe the price was too high. Maybe there wasn't a size. Maybe the shipping cost was too high. So we collect this information and we provide this information to the e-commerce that can say, okay, maybe I need to refurbish the stocks of this product because it's too low or we are out of stock. So this is the reason behind all of our solution.
Totally true. In fact, to summarize what we usually say, and this is incredible, is that in the physical world, there is an average conversion rate of 30%. In the digital world, digital e-commerce, there is 2% of average conversion rate if you're lucky. Why? Because in the physical world, you have a shopping assistant. You go there, someone helps you, someone greets you, and if you leave, they will report to the retailer, to the owner, the information. In the e-commerce, all the stores are without assistance. That's crazy. So there is a huge opportunity to help the shopper and a huge opportunity to understand your...
Okay, Pio, what would you like to add?
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to add something about what Lorenzo said before about upselling and cross-selling. These are two strategies that are very important for e-commerce platforms, of course. But sometimes I ask to myself if it's good to start with upselling and cross-selling. Most of the time, it's, in my perspective, it's better to listen to the customers, ask the right question, get the right information. And once you really know what the user wants and you give to the user exactly what he's looking for, then you can cross-sell and upsell because the risk when you immediately upsell or cross-sell or you push all the products to the user, maybe the user by heart wants to buy the product, and this is good. But then most of the time it's not the perfect product, so the user returns the product. And there is a data in 2023 in Europe, more than 800 billion were lost due to returns. And the problem is that when the users return the products, then the platform can sell these products at a lower prices, and so they lose also opportunity to get more money, and then they also have to refund these returns. So I think that even if starting with pushing products with cross-selling and upselling could be in the short term a good strategy, then in the long term maybe it's not the best one. So when we with Teticum ask the question, so get the right information to get the perfect match, maybe even if it's harder to immediately do cross-selling and upselling, you can have in the long term more advantages.
I have a question on the technical side here. As a marketing person, I came from a retail background, and I remember when we've been working there, we had these rules how to talk to customers, how to upsell to them, and what do you need to know about them. And one most important thing that I've been talking to our managers in the store is to know your product very well. So we need to have very knowledgeable people who, while they understand the need of their customers, they need to remember all the technical differences of their product to be able to offer the product that answers to the customer's needs. And now the question, how do you manage these things? Because when I go to the website, and especially larger websites like Amazon, Temu, or other, even if I compare two same products from different retailers, they not always have the same description. They might missing technical specification. One retailer indicates, for example, the dimensions of the product, other does not. One indicate one technical advantage of this, other does not. And I am a human. I know that this is the same product because of the way how it looks, and I can compare it visually. I can open it to different browser tabs and compare it to that. But when it comes to technology, how can you make sure that you can provide a correct answer to the customer when you have to deal with all these differences from different customers, or different retailers, different vendors? How does it work for you?
Yeah, so basically, that's a really, really good question. That's a question that we have often. How do you make sure that what you suggest is the right option for the shopper? So there are two parts. The first one is that we work on a basis on the LLM model. So the LLM already knows a little bit about the word, already knows, it's generalistic, no? So can already associate what is the right product for the right person, just a little bit. But what we do, and this is what makes the difference with Teticum, is the accuracy, the speed of our answer that we can provide working with the customer, working with the e-commerce owner. Because every commerce, as you said, shows different information of the same product because they want to show different information. They have different philosophy, different ideas, different graphics on the website. But the backend of the same product is the same. So basically, we connect, we see what's behind all the information behind every product. The more information we have, the more precise we can be with the answer. And then we do a parallel work with the owner to understand how we should provide to search and a question of the shopper the right answer, the right match. So there is a strong collaboration. That's why we differentiate with other chatbots. Ours is not a chatbot, it's an AI agent, because a chatbot is only conversation and AI agents can execute. But there are many chatbots out there that seems good because you asked and they provide you an answer really fast, but they are just GPT or just random model, generalistic, that provide answer. We go deep and we work close to the client, close to the commerce owner to provide the right answer, 360 degrees.